History is made. Pope Francis has arrived in America, and the nation's capital is ready.
The first of 3 stops of the leader of the Catholic Church on what's expected to be a very busy visit to the U.S. It's the first United States visit for Pope Francis.
Over the next 6 days, thousands of Americans will experience history up close and personal. The Pontiff's plane arrived at Joint Base Andrews outside D.C. at about 4 o'clock, 10 minutes ahead of schedule. The first family and the vice president's family were there to greet him before he got into a Fiat for his ride into the district.
Meantime, crews around D.C. worked up to the minute to get the city ready. Thousands looking to get a glimpse of the Pope are expected to flood Washington, D.C. between now and Thursday.
We have team coverage beginning with 10 on your side's Andy Fox on the National Mall. Andy.
Yeah, Nicole, it really is a very special day here and for the next few days. It really is amazing the amount of love that this Pope has, and we saw it when he landed at Andrews. Now, at 5:30, I interviewed Congressman Bobby Scott, who pointed out to us that when the Pope addresses a joint session of Congress on Thursday, it will be the first time that a Pope addresses a full session of Congress ever. That's the importance of the Pope's visit. In anticipation of Pope Francis's arrival, nuns on the bus hit the road to bridge the divide.
Well, we're a group of nuns who got together to celebrate the fact that the Pope is coming and to spread the message that he's spreading, that we need to bridge the divides. We need a society of inclusion.
Bridging the divide on issues that separate is Pope Francis's primary message. Guadalupe Nava from Leon, Mexico, wants doors open, not closed.
It's a lot of discrimination about the about the Hispanic people, because they thinking all these people come and just stole the jobs and do bad things, but it's not. I think for me, Mexican, all Latinos people, just come here and work hard.
Sabrina Amarante is from the Pope's home country of Argentina. She hopes to see him tomorrow.
The government in the United States can see another perspective of what is happening in the world and how can the Pope help the United States to have a better approach to the rest of the world. More deeply with the U.S. government regarding the crisis in the Middle East and regarding the theme of the refugees.
Now, Congressman Scott really expects the Pope to tell the congressmen, the senators, that America needs to do more to help the poor, to help the disadvantaged. Expect that on Thursday. My colleague Joe Fisher is here with his part of the story.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Andy. One of the big things that we've talked about is how this Pope, Pope Francis, has really brought the Catholic Church together over the past 2 years. He started in 2013 at a time when a lot of people were leaving the church, sex abuse scandals and other things plaguing the church. And many people that I talked to today are hoping that that relationship between the worshipers and the Catholic churchgoers is strengthened by the Pope's visit.
I am deeply humbled to be here in the presence of the Pope.
The Pope is here. The much anticipated arrival at Joint Base Andrews this afternoon, greeted by President Obama, as hundreds of thousands wait to see the Pontiff with their own eyes.
I don't know if we'll even get to see him on the Capitol lawn, but we'll be breathing his breath.
The Pope's visit is a welcome one, not just for Catholics, but the United States, in this 3-city tour that starts here in the nation's capital. What about this Pope makes it to where hundreds of thousands of people will come out to try to see him?
Because he's a people's Pope. He's a Pope of the people. You know, he's just humble. He's a humble man, as Christ was.
Pope Francis has been instrumental in the last 2 years of changing the church's tone without changing doctrines. His message is resonating with millennials like Jessica Flores, whose lost faith has since been restored.
I'm a devout Catholic, and he has inspired so many young people to go back to their faith, and that's why I'm here. He's humble guy. He interacts with the crowd. He's with the people. He's not isolated.
A Pope who puts himself as close as he can to those who love him, to those who feel he's reinventing the Catholic Church.
I feel like I'm in a better spot, and I think we choose whether we want to be in a better spot or not. And some people, choose to divert from the Catholic faith. Others choose to embrace it. and grow with it and get stronger with it.
And the word we keep hearing over and over again from people here in Washington, D.C. is the word relatable. They relate to Pope Francis. They like Pope Francis. Just to give you an idea of what's happening here tonight on the National Mall, a lot of preparations underway. It is starting to fill in a little around here, a lot more than we saw earlier. And of course, today is only the preview, everyone getting here for tomorrow and Thursday's big events. The Pope will go to the White House tomorrow morning. There will be a parade followed by an afternoon mass. I'll be in attendance for that, and Andy and I will both be here tomorrow for complete coverage. You can count on us for that. For now, live tonight in Washington, D.C., I'm Joe Fisher, 10 on your side.
And before tomorrow, our coverage continues at 10 and 11. And of course, on wavy.com. Check out the news tab and find our special section on the Pope's visit, including our previous coverage and a full schedule of the Pontiff's activities this week. And join Lester Holt for more on the Pope's visit on NBC Nightly News at 6:30.